Chickens are having a hard time waking up, they said. It is slightly early than normal. See if they'll come out for you, Big Rooster. They're trying to get their beauty rest. Oh, here comes a couple ladies. Breakfast! Let's put another pile of food over here. Let's put another pile of food over here. Look at that sunrise. Trying to make it through the fog. There we go. We're all fed for the day. I'm letting these velvet leaves grow in there. Those are weeds. I don't know, maybe there is some advantage to them, but I just let them grow in the chicken coop because nothing can grow in there because the chickens don't allow anything to grow, but apparently velvet leaves don't taste good, so they get to grow. It provides shade because they don't really have much shade yet. I'm working on it. And it attracts bugs for them to eat. So, let's have a look at my garden. It's been a while. It's been a month or something. I don't know. Smokey's here with me. I am in my pajamas and my muck boots. Yes, I got camouflage pajamas on so nobody can see me. Looks like we've got some beans starting. See here? Bean. Not quite ready to start picking beans, but we got beans coming. It's wet out here, huh, Smokey? Super humid. Yeah. Your eyes are huge this morning. You want to be held? We're taking a video. Here we've got some cherry tomatoes. Ooh. And they're growing. You know? This one, I think, is just a tomato that I didn't have room for. I need to tie it up to the fence. It's falling over. This is also just a random tomato. This is hyssop, if I remember correctly. I don't know anything about it, but I know it is a perennial in my zone, which is zone 4 in America. This one I'm kind of excited about. This is a cherry tomato, but it's a black cherry tomato, and only one seed sprouted. So our library has a seed catalog, you know, like the old card catalog. Well, they repurposed their card catalog as a seed catalog. And in each pack that you get, there's like 5 seeds inside, which makes sense. You don't want to just hand out handfuls of seeds and people just waste them. So there's Figaro. There's Charlie Chaplin. Hi, Charlie Chaplin. Kitty, kitty. Good morning, Charlie Chaplin. She does know her name, but you know how cats are. Anyway, you can only get 6 packs, I think. And in each pack is just a few seeds. And I was excited, one black cherry seed sprouted. I've never had black cherries, so it's pretty tall and healthy looking. My other cherry tomato is saved seeds from red cherry tomatoes. I don't know what they were. Just I save seeds and see if I can grow them. Anyway, here's another hyssop. When I say hyssop, I think of Aesop's fairy tales. And then some strawberries I planted. They're expanding, which is great. I wanted to grow a whole row of strawberries along with chicken line fence. Maybe next year they'll reach each other. They're not going to reach each other this year. Here's another hyssop, and look. Look. This one's blooming. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. Isn't it, little rooster? Yeah. See, I got some long grass I need to take care of. Here's a blackberry bush. My mother-in-law gave me a little stick of blackberry, and this year, that was last year, and this year it took off. No berries, maybe next year. Oh, that's nice, little rooster. Oh, goodness. Are you bigger than you look? Here's some calendula. Never grew that before. I'm going to save seeds from it. Sure is a pretty little flower. I'm guessing you save the seeds similar to marigolds. I don't actually know. These had weird seeds. They looked like grub worms. Over here is a random tomato and a weed. No matter how much weeding I do, there's going to be more weeds, especially with how wet it's been here around here. Farmer's Almanac predicted it was going to be a dry, hot summer. Well, they were half right. It was very hot. Oh, my pepper plant's fallen over. That's not good. I don't want my pepper plant to die. I need to find a stake or something. Please don't die, pepper plant. Probably going to take the stake from the tomatoes. They didn't use them. Too big and heavy. Tomato plants. Here's a beautiful pepper plant. Wow. Is this my jalapenos? Do I have any coming on here yet? I see flowers. I guess they're on the way. I think that's my jalapeno plant. That one that fell over is my bell pepper. This is a huge marigold. Saved seeds from last year. Here's my potatoes, this big row. My potatoes just exploded. I think you wait till the plant starts dying before you harvest potatoes. Is that right? My onions, they're about ready to start harvesting my onions there. A lot of them are bending over. Check out this spider web. I don't know if you can see it. It's between the two posts. You can't really see it very well. My chickens have something to say. Here's some more calendula. My boots are getting full of mud for this video. Look at this beautiful tomato. Do we have any tomatoes? This is a weed. This is pigweed, I believe. Now it's dead weed. I need to do some serious... It just doesn't end, I tell you. Here's my sad cabbages, my sad beets. There are some beans in this row. Not all of them sprouted. You can see the big gaping spaces here. All of these tomatoes are volunteers, and I let them all grow. Here's some sweet potato that I sprouted. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to get a harvest. That was kind of a cool experiment, was sprouting these. Interesting. This one used to be the one that I thought was going to die, and that one's actually healthier looking than that one. More calendula. All the marigolds are also volunteers from last year, which I love. Yeah, what a sad situation about my cabbages and my beets. They didn't want to sprout. I planted more seeds and they didn't sprout. What can you do? Anyway, coming over here. Yeah, volunteers. Check out this tomato that wanted to grow in here. It's a smart tomato. They say marigolds are supposed to help deter pests. Well, this tomato tried it out. This is not a weed. This is a watermelon. I don't remember what kind at the moment. Looks like a big old weed, doesn't it? At the moment, I don't see melons. There might be some hidden under there. I see some grass I need to pull out of there. And then over there is a second watermelon. And then over there is a cantaloupe with some calendula flowers. And then just a whole bunch of tomato volunteers everywhere. I couldn't pull them out. I did transplant a few of them, but I just thought, well, I'll just let them grow out here. Here's a grapevine that I propagated our first fall here. I want it to grow all the way up, and it's doing it. Except it doesn't do it without help. It doesn't vine like a cucumber or something. You have to like guide it the whole way because it wants to grow out and be a mess. Here's some more strawberries. Tomato decided to grow in there. I do have a cucumber. I need to go check on it. I was a little slow planting my cucumber plants. These are California poppies. They might be open if it was sunny. There's I think a jalapeno. Bell pepper with a weed. These weeds. Oh. There we go. Bell pepper. I need to identify this. I don't know what it is, but I knew it was a flower and I let it grow. But look how massive the plant is. Like, it's got stalks like sunflowers. And it's so big it fell over. Still blooming though. Yesterday I canned banana peppers for the first time. I have 3 banana peppers plants. There's my cucumber plant. Seems to be doing well. It's doing what it's supposed to, climbing that thing. Man, tomatoes are unmanageable. These stakes did nothing. These stakes were too wimpy for a tomato plant. I need to do the T-posts, maybe, if I'm going to try that again. Here's a little volunteer pepper. Hopefully it lives long enough to make a pepper. The season's getting short now. Here's a tree that I salvaged. It's grown a lot. Looks beautiful. I'm pretty sure it's an apple tree, but we'll find out someday. Looks like an apple to me. Well, let's go over here real quick into the asparagus jungle. And the black raspberry jungle, which is a scary jungle because it's full of thorns, and the rhubarb jungle. And weeds. This is a weed. I wonder if I can get it out. It's a pretty big weed. Oh yeah. Came right out. Healthy weeds around here. Real healthy. I always get help from the cats. They love it when I come out here. Anyway, weeds. Those are weeds. Wow. You see, I haven't been paying attention to this area lately. This is my asparagus jungle. Asparagus really gets out of hand when you're done picking it. Look at it. What's this bug? What's that? Can anyone tell me? Underneath all this asparagus is strawberries, but I think I'm gonna move those strawberries because I didn't realize that asparagus turned into this, and the strawberries can't make it with this much shade. So next spring, I guess, I'm not sure the best time to transplant strawberries, but I need to move them. Oh, Smokey, you scared me. I thought you were a monster. Okay, let's go check out my second garden. Yes, I have a second garden this year. Over here we have a volunteer marigold. It's the Rose of Sharon. Those are some zinnias, I believe. Sorry if the camera's shaky. There's Kitty Kitty up ahead. Here's my burn barrel. Burning. Okay, corn. The Iowa symbol. I have two, you can see there are two different sowings here. Man, this is tall. This is like 10 feet tall. Maybe not 10. Maybe 8. Actually, it might be 8 feet. I don't know. We've got some ears growing. This is a big old marigold that I saved seeds from. You want to wait till... What in the world? Did somebody open this one? That doesn't happen on its own. Something come over here and open that? I don't know. I didn't do that. Marigold. Second sowing of corn. Marigold. Tomato volunteers. Mystery tomatoes. Looks like a cherry tomato. They might all be cherry tomatoes. I don't think that one is, but I think all these are. Okay, okra, something I've never grown before. They look like cucumber plants. Oh, hi, Belmont. This is a pepper. So we had a couple okra here. I see one didn't sprout. Some okra there. How's Beaumont this morning? Oh, my big kitty. So big. And then, this is another pepper. There's a pepper at the beginning of each of these. They're a Japanese pepper. It's like a red, thin pepper that grows straight up. But here we've got my sweet potato row. It's pretty exciting. I hope there's enough time to actually collect sweet potatoes. I was awfully late for the sweet potatoes. And then a row of okra, which those are ready pretty quickly, according to the package. It was like 57 days to harvest. And then cucumbers. I think 4 plants, one there, one there, one there. There used to be a melon planted back there, but somebody dug it up. And then over here we have tomato. I don't know if I have enough tomatoes planted. What do you guys think? These are not volunteers. I sprouted these and planted them. Are these also cherry tomatoes? I think they are. Yes. What am I going to do with all these cherry tomatoes? If you remember long ago, or if you've watched all of my videos at some point, these are the apple seeds that I sprouted in the house. And I planted them out here, unusually close to each other. I need to do some weeding to see what's all going on. But I left them alone because I wanted to see what would happen. Over the winter, they were eaten down to the ground by rabbits. So I should probably put something around them to see if I can actually get them to grow. Yes, I realize that they might not grow the apple that I want or that I planted or whatever, but one thing about having land is you can do whatever you want. So I can plant apple seeds and grow an apple if I want, or or grow a tree that doesn't make apples. Who knows? Right, Beaumont? Who knows? And I can always separate those 3 trees there, move them about. You want to see how big my little chicks have gotten? I'm going to pause you because it's quite a walk. Or maybe I won't pause you. Maybe you'll just watch my bouncy camera. Oh, I could show you my blueberry bush. I got to have like 8 blueberries or 10 blueberries, and this is the first year it was planted. I was impressed. Do you see that I might need to do some weeding around here? If you go 1 week neglecting one little corner of your land, boy, it's got a surprise waiting for you. One week. Check out my nectarine tree. Love it. No nectarines yet, maybe next year, but it's gotten huge. Did I see a little chick? Hi, little chicks. Good morning. My little chicks are big chicks now. Pretty soon, I'm going to open this gate. Pretty soon, you're getting pretty big. Yeah, you're getting pretty big. You can see one of those might be a rooster. Can you tell which one I'm thinking of? All right. Well, I'm going to feed these chickens. And hopefully you enjoyed the update. Chock full of nuts. You guys had this coffee? Did you know this coffee was in Escape to New York. I think it was Escape to New York. Didn't know that. There you go, chickens, if you're hungry. There you go. You didn't actually eat all your food from yesterday, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I think this is my rooster here. I think I got a rooster. Wasn't looking for a rooster, but I think we got one. Didn't we? We're hoping at least the other 3 are hens. That'd be nice. Yes, Mother? I guarantee the shy one is a hen. There's one that's just particularly shy. And the boldest one is this one that I think is a rooster. They're fun to watch. Chock full of nuts advertisement. It's pretty good coffee. You can get it on Amazon. Comes in a tin can. That was actually the reason why I bought it, because it wasn't in a plastic can. I like those tin cans. It reminds me of the old coffee. Our coffee used to come. What do you think, Big Rooster? I don't have anything for you. I already fed you. Well, anyway. Hope you enjoyed this little garden update, a little garden tour. It's changed quite a bit. This is a huge rose of Sharon. We're going to have some beautiful buds here soon. Man, Rose of Sharons are slow. Look at that. Here's my cherry tree. We got 4 cherries off this tree. So that means next year we're going to get more. Lots of new growth this year. Beautiful tree. Sorry that I have neglected my channels. All my channels have been neglected. You just saw the reason. Yeah, there's a ton of weeds in there, but I do a lot of weeding too. You did see open ground. This is the unknown tree. I don't know what that is. I dug it up from the front yard and put it in the dog yard because it never looked pretty, so I just moved it. I'm going to have grapes for days. Look at all my grapes. I'm going to do some canning, which will be cool. I canned mulberry jam. That was kind of cool. Grapes down here. Look at this spider web. We get to see some spider webs with all this humidity. Lots of grapes. Wow. This one has a spider in it. See if we can get a better angle. Can we focus on it? My phone might not be able to manage this difficult task. There we go. What is it? What kind of spider is it? This maple tree has exploded too. Huge. I need to do some... What I want to do, which I've never done, is air layering. Before I cut off any branches, I want to see if I can root out the branches. We've got moles. Oh, I just walked into a spider web. Look at this. There's like a hammock of spider web here. You can't see it, can you? Yeah. All sorts of spider web. We have moles. What do you do about that? Digging up the ground. Oh, there's Smokey. I should go around to the front. I'm going to pause you because it's going to be... I keep saying I'm going to pause you, and then I'm like, nah. Why? If you're really here, then maybe you want to be here. We're going to go through this gate. I was trying to end my video, but maybe I'm not going to end it yet. Propane tank surrounded by voluptuous weeds. I need to identify these. Can you identify them before I do it? What are these? They love to grow around here. Hey, Smokey. Hey, Smokes. Apple trees. Apple trees. 1 plum tree. See some blackberry bushes. Those are what I got. A huge one down by the garden. I took a cutting off of this. I must like it by the garden. Hi, Smokey. My most loving kitty right here. And he's one of my OG kitties. He was here when we moved in. Sick as you can get it. His eyes were sealed shut from how sick he was. Brought him back to life. And Beaumont was born here last year. Weren't you, Beaumont? So, apple trees. No apples yet, but this old pear tree's got lots of pears. Shall we go look at it real quick? You can let me know in the comments how bored you are. It's fine. Won't hurt my feelings because I would probably be bored, right? But I'm showing you some uncut footage of my life. So I will can these pears. I canned them last year. They were good. Canning is a new thing to me. My mom canned. I remember it very well. But as a kid, I had no interest, so I never canned before. So it's a new thing to me. I'm going to show you these flowers, and then I'm going to say goodbye. These are tiger lilies. This is a burning bush. I wanted to show you these flowers first. Aren't they pretty? Don't they look like a fantasy flower? They don't even look real. They look fake. Look like fake flowers. Isn't that pretty? Can we at least sort of focus? I don't know. They're very unique. And these little things on the end are loose. They just like dangle there. It's a very interesting flower. Here's a rose bush. It was beautiful in the spring. I remember this happening last year too. It gets eaten up like big time. Look at this. It gets eaten up, but then it starts coming back to life. See the new stuff? And it's even blooming. It's a rose of Sharon I put there. Here's something I need to dig out. This is a mulberry bush that just sprouted. It just sprouted. You know, if I wanted this mulberry bush to grow, it wouldn't look this big and beautiful. But hidden inside this mulberry bush is another rose bush, a different kind. It grows really tall. I actually had this cut almost onto the ground, and it's grown like 3.5 feet. And here's another rose bush. So see again, it got eaten to nothing. Look at the leaves, eaten down to nothing. But it comes back. Isn't that something? And it's like, I'm even gonna flower. I'm not gonna let those hard times get me down. I'm actually gonna show it that I liked it and flower. Pretty cool. Well, I think we'll say goodbye. Okay, Beaumont? Yep, I'm not sure what else to show at the moment. You let me know what you want me to show. It's just, it seems like if I were to like show you canning, well, there's like a bajillion videos on canning online. Canning anything in the world. So I'm like, do I bother with this? You let me know. Okay. We'll talk to you another time. Right, Beaumont? Right, kitty? Yeah. The chickens are having a fit out there. Someone must have laid an egg. See you later, Charlie Chaplin and Smokey.